See you in a bit. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Ashley.
Joe's not really here. He's just streaming. You might already know this, though, because you're in Barcelona.
I didn't know.
They went to the Panvala. There's a Panvala town hall happening right now. So him and Almond went over there to kind of like represent Giveth and tell the Panvala communities that the benefits of becoming verified projects on Giveth, but they should be here at like the 10-minute mark. I don't know. Jake and Claire and other people might join, though, but I've just wanted to fill you in.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Hey, Nicola. Claire, GM. Hey, Corey. Hey, Almond.
Hey, DM everyone.
Hey, hello.
Okay. Well, I think we have enough people here. We can go ahead and get started. Is it just Franco going to the Panvala thing? I thought you were going too, Almond.
Yeah, Niran just sent me a message right now saying that Rachel, that they had to cancel because Rachel is sick. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Cancel.
All right, so business as usual.
Exactly.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm glad because I was like, I don't know what we're going to do without you guys. We'll just hang out. Okay, so we can get started with intentions and distractions. I can go ahead and start. I am feeling a little anxious. I have a big test this week, and so trying to prepare for it and everything. But once that's done, I will feel so much better, and I'll be like a good portion of my way done through my training, and then it's just like onward and upward from there. I am grateful for having the house to myself this week. The family that I'm living with is on vacation, so it's nice to kind of have the space. My intentions for this call to sync up with you guys, go over ambassador program stuff. The kickoff is coming up, and also talk about this Communitas proposal that we're going to be creating with the subdaification and stuff. working group proposal. And my distractions at the moment, I don't have any. And I will pass it to Lauren.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm feeling fine. I'm grateful for tea. And my intentions for the call are just to listen in and be in the loop as usual for Communitas. And yeah, so that's it. I'll just pass it to Ahmed.
Thank you, Lauren. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling grateful for the weather here in Mexico City. It's very nice. And my intentions for this call, I have two main intentions: to give an update of the ambassador program that's going to kick off next week, and I would like to mention about our next Meet the Makers session that's going to be in Spanish, regarding the promotion of this session. And no distractions, and I'll pass it to Franco.
Thank you, Alman. I'm feeling good today. Actually, I was thinking the same as you, Alman. I'm grateful for the weather here. It's very sunny. The spring is it's very beautiful here. And my intentions for the call are streaming, and maybe if there's some time left, I would like to bring up this partnership, like potential partnership with Mises Browsers. There's a thread somewhere in Discord, and I was just like checking them out, and might be interesting. So if there's some time, I'd like to talk about that. And no distractions. I'll pass it over to Claire.
Oh, Claire, I don't hear you. I see that you're unmuted, but I don't hear you.
Try now. Sorry.
There you are.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Franco. Good luck with the test this week, Ash. I know you're going to be brilliant at it anyway. You don't need my luck. And I'm feeling grateful today. Oh, that yesterday's storm has passed. We had all sorts of power problems, internet problems, but it's brought lots of rain, and it's brought lots of rain to the earth, and the summer season is just about to start. So my intention for the call is mainly to sync, but also to catch up on the new working group proposal. And I've got a couple of things I'm just going to be doing in the background as we're on the call. I'm going to pass over to Kotabe.
GM, everyone. I am feeling good today. I'm also wishing you the best luck and success, Ashley, on your test. My intention for the call is to sync up, to be more supportive to the community's working group these coming weeks. And that's it. I have a very few distractions at the moment, so I'll pass it to, let me see, Corey.
Hey, thanks. Feeling fine, just very busy. I am grateful for this really nice smoothie that I'm drinking. It's helping to boost my energy, and I'm just here to make sure I'm in the loop on all things coming up, especially this week. And distracted by some background work, but just a little bit. I will pass it to Monique.
Yeah, everybody. I'm just a guest here. I'm good. Just try to listen, be in the loop for Campsite. And I'm grateful for being a family. I'm not distracted, and I pass it to Mr. Jake. How are you?
Monique, my neighbor, I'm doing good. I'm grateful to have such a beautiful day here in Tbilisi, sunny and warm. I'm just going to listen in, kind of a fly on the wall is the intentions, distractions, not too much. And like everyone, Ashley, smooth sailing out there in the skies. And let's pass it to Nicola.
Thanks, Jake. So nice to have you, Monique. Hi, everyone. I am feeling so much better than yesterday. I am pretty cool. I'm very grateful for all the awesome people that I have around me and friends that I can talk to always. And yeah, I'm a little bit distracted because I'm hungry and I want to make a breakfast for myself, but I want to be here with you guys to sync up on all the moving parts, see how to support with this whole restructuring run marathon. Yeah, that's it. And I think I was the last one. Yeah, back to you, Ash.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, and welcome, Monique. Good to see you in here, and welcome back. All right, so we can kick off starting talking about the events we have coming up. Quite a few Twitter Spaces. They're all confirmed as far as I know. Comms is ready. We've got the Brazil one is being coordinated still a bit, but we've got Mateo, I think, is going to represent Giveth there. I can let you, I want to pass it over to Almond and kind of let her talk about some of this stuff as well.
Sure. So, as Sasha was mentioning, tomorrow is our Chainvine Twitter space talking about the referral program. So, join is going to be 1 hour before the Giveth AMA. And yeah, everything is ready too for this Twitter space on the 12th. It's going to be very cool. And this is also in the frame that we already translated our DApp to Spanish and to recognize our Spanish-speaking community and our Latin community. So Mateo is going to be representing Giveth, which I think is super cool. And this is a collaboration with Bankless DAO Brazil and Shapeshift. And then, yeah, Meet the Makers. I don't know if you want to take it back, Ash, regarding Meet the Makers.
Yeah, or maybe Nicola, if you want. We've got a section down here too.
Yeah, I think we just need to, as you well pointed, both of you, that we will need to aim this time for more of a Spanish audience, right? We'll need to engage a little more of our Spanish speakers, and yeah, Almond, you had some cool ideas, so why don't you take that on? I'm happy to give it to you.
Yeah, so our next Meet the Maker session is going to be facilitated in Spanish, and is going to be also with the Earth Day theme. So I drafted a message to invite our Spanish-speaking friends. For example, Lauren, that you're now in Barcelona, maybe you can share this message with some of the people that's there. Franco and Kotabe, we need more support from our Spanish-speaking community, because regularly our Meet the Makers event only come English speakers, as is the majority of the Giveth's community. So this time we really need an extra push from Kotabe, Franco, and also the makers that are going to be joining the event. So yeah, let me just put the message in the chat so you can invite your Spanish speaker friends, and we really have a Spanish speaking audience in this next Meet the Makers. And
I think you guys are right. I think we should definitely have some extra effort on this one. And I was also trying to think of different partners that we have right now that might also have like a large Spanish speaking community. I know Shapeshift has a like Spanish Twitter channel. Maybe they would be willing to shill it on there. Maybe Jake, do you know if we have any other partners that you're aware of that have a large Spanish speaking audience that might be willing to like shill on some of their Spanish speaking channels?
Ooh, great question. I don't know, but let me think about it for a second and maybe drop it in the chat if I can think of anyone.
Cool. Yeah, I think that would also be an advantage that we could use as well.
I can forward those messages to Humberto, since I'm in a coordination with him. So yeah, I can support from there.
Cool. And it looks like Kotabe posted some stuff in the chat as well. So yeah, I guess that's the big thing, is just really amplifying it as best we can this time to make sure that we have a good turnout, because yeah, usually it's English speaking. The other thing I I know we were talking about like maybe using AI to be able to translate it live and have like live subtitles, and I found this AI powered translation that should be able to do it in real time in different languages. I haven't had a chance to look into it. Have you had a chance to test it out, Nicola?
Oh no, actually I lost this link, so thanks for reminding me. I'll definitely have a look.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we could use this, and it would be nice to have it like live because in YouTube we just don't have that capability. But maybe with this, we can start using this also in the future with even our English speaking events so that our Spanish speakers can also stay in the loop during that. So something really
Okay.
that could be really valuable.
I'll update you next week.
Thank you. All right. So I think that's it for Meet the Makers if I'm right, yeah? If I'm speaking correctly. I can add some of these ideas here in the agenda too from the chat once I have a chance. We can have a list here. Okay, and then I think the last thing here was just the Aprendamos, which still doesn't have a date. Do you have updates on this, Kotabe? Have you scheduled any recordings with anybody or?
I do. Basically, next Thursday, we're going to be talking with Marcus, and I believe it's going to be Reforestamos. We're going to do one with all Spanish speakings in Giveth. That one doesn't have a date, but most likely it's going to be this Thursday or Friday. We are going to have one with Humberto, also probably this week, Thursday or Friday. And then the last one is going to be about what problems are NGOs facing. And that one is going to be either next week or the following. So today I'm going to wrap up that with specific dates and all agenda points. We also have now the new designs, right, Almond?
Yeah, the designs are ready. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't remember where it was exactly in the Figma. Maybe we can link it here. Maybe it doesn't really, maybe we don't need the link, but as long as you guys know where to find it, that's fine. And so I guess next steps on this is get the recordings, and then once we have, let's say, what do you think, 4 episodes? We can figure out a date to launch just to make sure that we have enough kind of like backstock.
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes did you schedule now, Kotabe, but I think 4 sounds like a good number.
Exactly. So the idea is to record 4 more. We already have 1, so we're going to have a total of 5 for this kind of like, say, sprint. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds good. All right. Well, it's good to see progress happening there. It's been a work in progress for a while now, so that's really cool. Okay, ambassador program. The kickoff section will be next Monday on the 10th at 11 a.m. So that's right after our AMA, right? Yeah,
Which AMA?
our orientation AMA. Oh no, because this is Monday. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
This
fine.
is our the pre-kickoff session. Okay, so there's 2 kickoff sessions. There's our pre-kickoff session, which will be like with the team so that we can get aligned on what will happen in the kickoff session, and then the kickoff session for the ambassadors will happen on the 10th. There was a vote happening in the Discord channel for what time works best, but I think it was decided today. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The session's happening tomorrow for us to align and organize as a team for Monday.
And that's after the AMA.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting them confused. So it would be really cool, as many community builders that want to come to the kickoff session with the ambassadors, like come to this pre-session, and it will be really cool to have a lot of us there to kind of welcome the new people, welcome the ambassadors coming in so that they really have this like feeling of being included and getting to meet a lot of the Giveth community, I think would be really nice. Yeah, do you want to add more to this, Almond?
No, I think that you cover everything. Yeah, just say that we're really excited for this, and we've put a lot of effort. So join us tomorrow.
And then as far as the share part of the ambassador program, I think we just need to still set up this sync with Mitch and Bergamot to kind of see what dev support could be offered. But I think that it's not really a blocker to go ahead and start using it. And I think using it with this first set of cohort people will give us kind of an idea of what things we want to tweak and what would be nice to have, etc. Things to ask from share. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. ETH Barcelona. This is on the horizon. The application deadline is coming soon. We were talking about it. I think it's like the 7th, so we've got a few days, but I think we can probably work with Manu and figure out that's just for the early bird discount. That's not necessarily for the application window, but I just wanted to kind of get a head count from all of the community builders here who's planning on being there or who's interested in going. I'll definitely be there. Franco says he'll be there for sure. He's in Barcelona already, so I don't know. Anybody else in this room that's gonna go? Lauren, you're coming? Is that
Yeah.
thumbs up? Okay.
Possible. I'd like to.
I'll probably, yeah, probably be coming. I'd like to anyway.
Not sure, but also possibly.
Yeah, I think Mitch and I are going.
Okay. Well, it's good to know that we'll have at least a handful of people around. Then we can start see what kind of offerings we want to do. Like if we want to do impact quests again, we have at least a few people who can help facilitate that. Or I don't know, maybe we don't want to do it as heavy as we did at ETH Denver or anything, but at least this gives us kind of a visual of what kind of team we're going to have to there. That or have any other feedback. We don't we can just keep it in the Discord. But if I know somebody was having trouble logging in, figured out. I remember I was trying to do. He put my name on or my address on a list or something. So maybe that's what it is. Oh no, yeah. Uh,
We don't hear you, Ash. Yeah, not sure if you're there.
Oh.
back.
Say more.
Am I back? Can you hear me now?
We hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. It seems this happened last week too, and it seems to happen because I have the VPN connected for some reason. It doesn't bother me when I'm in. No. Anyways, I disconnected the VPN and hopefully it will be back. Let's see. So the DAO lens, I'm not sure where I got cut out, but the DAO lens, I created a Giveth or a thread in the Discord underneath the Communitas channel with Yash. So yeah, we can ask questions there. I think Almond, you were having some problems logging in, and if I remember right, when he was doing the demo, I needed to keep my ads on a list so that I could log in. So I think that might be the same thing happening with you. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're still breaking a little bit. You're better, but you're still breaking a little bit, Ash. Maybe if you can go closer to the modem or something. But yeah, I was checking the video that Mitch recorded with him explaining the Dowlands. I really don't have a lot of experience managing, for example, the forum, and then I saw that there are some bounties there in Dowlands and like this DAO manager that, for example, Mitch will use or is familiar more than I. But my first impression was that really Dowlands is like a not very good platform to do what Giveth is already doing in established platforms. Like the logging was not working very well. We really don't have bounties right now, and I don't think that we're going to have in the near future. And then I don't think that the team will be able to or willing, sorry, to forum post in Dowlands rather than the forum. So my first impression is that really I don't see that is something that is very useful right now. But yeah, just my first thoughts.
Okay, yeah, can you guys hear me better? I tried moving closer, so let's see if this works. I'm sorry about that.
I hear you better. I will also take a peek to Dowlands. I really like the presentation last week. I don't know. Yeah, it seems that many people find problems, but I also take a look at it.
Yeah, I keep meaning to try to use it for things like when I go to the forum, I'm like, I should try to use the DAO lens thing instead, but it's just second nature for me to just go straight to the forum. So I haven't actually like tried using it for anything more than what I did in the demo and before that. But I think, yeah, I'll try a little bit more to try going to it. But I think that you're kind of right, Almond, as far as the functionality is kind of limited compared to all of the tools separately. So like maybe for somebody new coming in, it would help them to link to everything, but in that case, it's just kind of like a sophisticated link tree. All right, well, let's keep moving on. Talking about the GPS, the manifesto, and the working group proposal. We're having another subdification session. There's the link to the doodle here, so please come and join us. Let's figure out how we can restructure our different working groups and products and things together. As the steward, I'm definitely going, and I plan to come with I've created this different list of, I guess, products or initiatives that I can see within our working group that at least people from our working group are leading or playing a big part in making them happen. And I think if I bring this list to that session, we can have these and figure out which working group they go under. Because there's some of these I put a question mark behind, like the GM podcast. Is that a Communitas thing? Is that a comms thing? I'm not really sure. But at least if I bring it on a list of these things, then we can figure all that stuff out together. And I was hoping that maybe if I missed anything that you guys see, that maybe you had ideas of what we could add to this list. Are there any products or initiatives that you see our working group members are working on that
I
could be
think the
added?
ambassador program could also be there.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so if anything else comes up for you, just go ahead and add it in here or put it in the channel or something, and I'll add it to the list. But that's my goal, is to come with kind of this list of different projects, initiatives that could be under Communitas, or maybe they're going to be their own product group. I'm not really sure, but at least we can come with some sort of examples, some sort of a place to start. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's a great approach to try to actually like put it under the communitas. It means that it wouldn't have to change for us so much, and it's all the things that we do anyway. And most of these products have their leaders kind of anyway. So yeah, I'd love to see this actually being part of the communitas. Yeah, looks great to me.
Yeah, and I think that probably one of the harder parts of the sub-DAOification process for us as a working group is also going to be the relationship that we have with communications, because I know you have Corey here, but it's also, I feel like comms is a part of every product or initiative that Giveth has. I mean, the last step is usually it goes to comms and we're creating content about it or posting about it on socials. So it's kind of like comms is a part of all of these products. I don't know. It's a little confusing, but I think like for us that might be the hardest part, is separating community from comms, if that's necessary, or maybe we meld it into one. I'm not really sure how it will all work, but at least we can come to the call with some examples and maybe some tangible things to start with.
And I think by everybody going to this call with a similar list, we'll start to see where the crossovers are, where the duplication is. And then that's a sort of space for discussion, isn't it, as to where it belongs going forward.
Yeah. I just wanted to help kind of like create this list, and I think we have Mitch here too, but I don't think it should be Mitch's responsibility to create this whole list for our organization either.
No, I think it's a really good idea, and it's a really good list to start with for Communitas.
All right. Is there anything else around like the working group proposal, or do you guys have any questions about this process? I just received the spreadsheet with all the different hours that were claimed by each member yesterday, so I can start like kind of getting an idea, but I'll probably check in with each of you just to see, as I create this proposal going forward, like what your capacity will be and how much time you plan to spend in our working group, so that I can add that information as well. We can just take it kind of one step at a time.
Yeah, and do you need any support and help with this, or yeah, just ask if you do
Yeah,
want.
thanks. I will. I think I will. I want to, once we go to this session, I'll have a better idea, and maybe an open office hours thing with the governance group or with the HR group to see kind of the best steps forward. At this point, I think it's just like things are still pretty ambiguous. So knowing exactly how to define things is going to be the tricky part. And then once I can put everything kind of into one central space and share it with you guys, then we can kind of hack at it all together. And I think that would be where I could use the most support. I'll try to get it all in one spot for you guys though. Okay. Well, if there's no other questions about that, I guess these other things are still just kind of like a reflection. This community builder guide that Nicola made with the different tasks and doing support in Discord. I've noticed like you guys have been answering questions really great. So praise to all of you for getting in there and being active and helping answer people's questions and welcoming them. There's also a link here to the new member list in Orbit if any of you want to track the people that you're keeping in touch with and kind of their journey through the onboarding, whether it be through Discord or just even joining our community. Then that link is there and available too.
And maybe we can also start gathering in one place, in this place, the most common questions as we come across them, and maybe, who knows, one day we can feed it into AI that's going to be doing this for us.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So if you guys are seeing, common questions that people are asking, maybe we can add it in here, and that way we can develop a process or some documentation. I think some of them we have documentation for already, but it's also good to kind of keep in. Maybe we'll have a frequently asked questions, or we can make our current frequently asked questions a little bit more robust. The People DAO thing, their original project has been canceled, so it was considered to be, it was flagged as a fraudulent project. I reached out to them. They couldn't provide evidence that it wasn't fraudulent. Now I'm just waiting on Rohek to create the new People DAO project and fill out the verification. And then once they get verified, do the Twitter space on their Twitter. They also have some projects under them that are currently in the process of getting verified, but really there's not a whole lot of progress on this one. And then Nicola, I know you posted the forum post and there was a poll in there. Do you have any updates or anything for Gravity or conflict resolution group that you wanted to bring up in this call?
Just to share that, thanks everyone who made a space and time to read and even comment. And just to summarize, the poll ended up anyway 50-50. And after some comments, I've decided to not to interfere with the circuit space during the buddy call reviews. So it would be a case by case, if in case we need to see into somebody else's feedback, then we would check in with all the parties involved. And next one is, I believe, next Friday, which is 14th. We are actively in the Gravity DAO working on finalizing the course, which should be hopefully out on April 19. And once we can launch this course, then I was also checking in, or Almond was checking in with me about essentials, so we can plan on some essentials and make some interactive session around this. I also feel like the new feedback form for contributors is built, is updated in such a good way that it could actually help a lot to contributors just to share whatever, is between parties instead of having to have it go all the way to the escalated feedback and a case. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this online course. I think it will be a great way for people to get involved and become gravitons. I know the in-person course is also really fun, but it's nice to have that as a resource, and even just for people can learn more without having to commit to a whole course, It's like they could just go and learn about one session here or there if they wanted something that they're interested in.
Right. And it's also going to be a little bit shorter than the original course. I believe the original was at least 7 or 8 weeks. Now it's going to be around 6 weeks, and there will be some live events happening, and there's a lot of good stuff brewing in the Gravity DAO. They're launching a new website and a new Discord, so there'll be lots of new also activities coming from Gravity DAO, and I want to stay closely in collaboration with them. So let's see what else will come out of this.
That's cool. Is there does anybody have any questions around the stuff that Nicola shared? Okay. Cool. So next Friday, monthly call. You want to go? See you there. Kotabe, this flea aftercare stuff, is this something you added for this week, or is this still just carried over?
No, it was carried over. That document is ready. It just has some of the results that we had from Flea. But taking advantage that we are getting or that we touch upon this topic, a few of the projects that I talked with, about 5 different projects, which can have also more projects on their umbrella. are interested to know a little bit more about Giveth. But I think there is a friction on getting them to Discord from, from the very beginning. And so I was thinking about making a workshop for them where I also tell them about, like, I make sure that they understand how to join Discord. And then I just tell them a little bit about the platform and so on and so forth. But I just wanted to, I think it's a good way to move forward. I think many of these projects can start creating a community more in the traditional nonprofit space, especially LATAM, although there are some that are also US based and Canada based. But yeah, I like continuing with this effort, for example, for the Solar Punk Guild and so on. Maybe we can do also for Proof of Humanity and Blue LATAM, which are communities that are like already crypto enabled in Latin America. So I just wanted to have a temperature check. What does everyone else thinks about doing that?
Okay. Well, I think it's definitely valuable to have some resources to help people get onboarded onto Discord. These aren't the first people that find it hard to participate in our community on Discord. So having more resources for people getting onboarded would be awesome. So if you do conduct any sessions, I think it would be great to extract any like recordings or something that we could bring to maybe part of the video course or add to our documentation that would have like, a video snippet or something like this of how to create a account, although I think that content might already exist on the internet somewhere. Discord is pretty good about having this type of stuff. Okay. One more thing that I know, Franco, you mentioned in your check-in, this partnership. I'm sorry, I don't know how to spell it. You said it was like Mises browser?
It's Mises, like Mises. There's like a thread because like M with M, Mises. I don't know how to pronounce it as well. It's not a partnership, but there's a thread somewhere in Discord. They were interested, like they talk about kind of like a partnership, and I know that Mitch is here, and he said that it might not be helpful for Giveth, but I was taking a look, and I saw this is just like a mobile browser that has like MetaMask like already integrated into their browser. So it's like Web3 focus kind of browser. And what they wanted to do with Giveth, I'm guessing that it's just like adding a shortcut to their browser. And like other than that, like there's no blocker. Like you can go into the browser and actually go into Giveth like without having the shortcut and using the browser to use Giveth as well. But they do have 200,000 plus followers on Twitter, and they have over 100,000 downloads on Google Play. So I don't know if like it'd be worth pursuing just getting that little shortcut there. I just wanted to. I'm gonna link the thread here in the chat so you can take a look. There's a this is a Twitter. This is their Twitter. And I don't know. I just wanted to bring this up and see if like this is something that is interesting to pursue, because like there's a lot of potential visibility for Giveth there.
To the agenda here. Do you? I haven't seen the conversation in Discord, but do you know like what type of collaboration they're proposing? Oh, it's just like a social media type of like promotions collaboration?
Yeah. It's kind of like maybe they need something from us. Like I haven't like talked to them like in depth, like what do they actually need from us, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be very simple, like maybe like a logo or something, because I mean creating a shortcut in a browser cannot be that difficult. So and yeah, like I don't know if you like, if everyone's okay with this, I could ask them. And
from what I'm reading here, it looks like they just want to. I don't know what it would entail to support our project running on their mobile through this browser, but publishing the announcement on Twitter and maybe having a Twitter space doesn't seem like it would take too much. I'm not really sure who would want to champion this. I don't know if this would be Allman trying to schedule a Twitter space or more of like a Jake with the partnership points. I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
I know, I guess it also depends on bandwidth. I think it's an interesting proposition. I don't know how are you feeling with that. I don't know, Almond for the scheduling of the Twitter space. I can coordinate communications if you need, or Franco, you can keep doing it. Or Jake.
yeah, I can just like ask what would actually entail, because if it's like a Twitter space and a Twitter thread, I think that what they're I don't really know what they actually want, but like a Twitter space, if it's too much, then maybe it's not worth to do it. But I can actually ask them what they need, like specifically, and we'll see from there if you want.
And I'm sorry, Ashley. I heard my name, but I was trying to do something else. I was distracted. Is this about the Mrs. browser?
Yeah.
So I know that in the collab chat, Franco, I don't know if you saw it, but I know Mitch chimed in under the potential partners, and he gave it a pretty thorough look through in terms of like if we'd integrated into Giveth. And I know Mitch was kind of under the impression that he didn't think it was something after thoroughly looking through it. Now, if there's just like a partnership because they have a large following on social media and just wanted to do some type of marketing play, then I think that, we just got to circle back around with like Corey and see where we stand with our Twitter spaces and Twitter and whatnot. And that's usually how I go about it on that. If I'm off base on some of this, apologies. As I said, I was distracted, but I think in terms of at least the integration, I know Mitch was looking into it and not really something he saw fit for Giveth.
I just don't get it. It's like integrate into their mobile wallet browser, but we build our own like mobile design. So I was like, okay, the benefit is probably not worth the coordination effort. And if they really, really wanted to get an answer out of me, they're like, let us know what you think, and then we can set up the Twitter space for a partnership announcement. I'm like, okay, I don't think this is useful, and if you need an answer right now, the answer is no. But if you think it's valuable and you want to manage it, go ahead. But I don't have any space to manage this.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell by the small list that I see in Discord right here of like what it actually entails being integrated, you know? Like if it takes dev work on our side to integrate it, doesn't seem like it would be useful, but if it's something that they do and they're more asking for our permission to integrate the project into their browser, I don't really, yeah, I think that maybe that would be easy. If most of the work is just a Twitter space and Twitter thread, then maybe it is useful for the amount of following that they have. So, Franco, you want to continue communications and see if we can get a better picture of what it actually means to what integration means.
Yeah, I'll dig a little bit deeper on what they're asking.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we are at the end of the agenda. We've got our basic idea generation stuff here and this interactive map of projects that's been on here for I don't know how many months now. But does anybody else have anything that we should use this time for, or maybe we can just take our 10 minutes back in our day and have some time before the communications call.
Just wanted to say that we're having a meeting with devs about the map for the projects later this week. Monique reached out earlier this week to say they've got a bit of space to discuss it now.
Oh, cool. All right, well, I will leave it on here under this section then, and maybe next week we can get some more updates on that.
Sure.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, you guys, and sorry for my weird connection issues earlier, but it got all figured out. So looking forward to the subdivification meeting later this week. Again, there's a link to the doodle in here. It would be nice to have representatives and voices from all groups, as I think this is going to be a process that we will all need to navigate together. And I think it's important to have everybody's opinion there. So yeah.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. See you guys.
Thanks. See you soon.